Hi everyone, my name is Floyd, and today I'll be looking into the different political candidates for this election season and their particular views on climate change. The first political candidate that I'll be looking to is Kamala Harris. She'll be running for the President of the United States in 2024 elections. When running in a previous election in 2019, she proposed a $10 trillion climate change plan which invested in renewable energy, and in her current campaign, she has revamped it so that she believes that she can help tackle the climate crisis without banning fracking. In her current campaign, she wants to increase resilience to climate disasters, lower household energy costs, create new jobs, hold polluters accountable to secure clean air and water. She is also a firm believer in requiring global cooperation and international climate leadership is needed, and her running mate Waltz will fight for the freedom to breathe clean air, drink clean water, and live free from pollution that fuels the climate crisis. Some of her motivations may be included being backed by the Scientific American magazine, which has only ever endorsed two candidates, and they specifically endorsed her due to her climate change policies. Her motivation may be because she is being backed by 6 large climate change groups, some including the 350 Actions, Center for Biological Diversity Action Fund, Clean Water Action, and Food and Water Actions. As well, a large percentage of Democratic voters feel that climate change is a major concern, so she must have policies that align with those beliefs to receive their votes. The next candidate I'll be looking into is Jill Stein, who is running for the Green Party in 2024 presidential election. In her campaign, she has endorsed the Green New Deal, she believes on abandoned fossil fuel infrastructure and strives to have 100% clean renewable energy by 2030. Jill Stein also does not seem to have large financial backing from any companies and seems to be from acting out of goodwill. However, she is also running in the Green Party, meaning that she is likely to have a heavy emphasis on environmental and climate change concerns and solutions, as many members of this party will be willing to vote for the Green Party, will have ideals that align with these ideas. Another candidate I'm looking into is Donald Trump, and he'll be running for president in the Republican Party in the 2024 elections. In his campaign, he has made it clear that he believes climate change is caused by human activities only to a small degree. It often rejects the idea of climate change and doubts its validity as a whole. He does not have any policies to help stop climate change. Rather, many of his environmental policies are related to increasing oil drilling and gas production, as he wants the United States to be the world's #1 top producer in energy. These policies and beliefs can be explained heavily based on financial backers, as he has many oil tycoon executives that provide financial floodgates for the Trump campaign. As a result of his campaign aligning with oil drilling ideas, as they are a large part of his money supply for his campaign. Also, in his past presidency, he had an ExxonMobil CEO as the Secretary of State, and the leader of the Environmental Protection Agency had ties with the big oil, which clearly shows his ties to oil companies, and that would explain many of his campaign policies. My next candidate is Elizabeth Warren, who is rerunning for Senate. She's a Democratic candidate from Massachusetts. In her re-election campaign, she has highlighted her work in Congress that has allowed her to fight climate change using taxes that are applied to massively profitable corporations, which is able to fund climate change solutions. In her current campaign, she has placed a focus on reinstating methane production rule to limit existing oil and gas projects from releasing harmful gases that poison our air, limiting our carbon pollution by setting standards for vehicle emissions, protecting tax credits for electric and alternative fuel vehicles and infrastructure. She also has a Blue New Deal, which is to protect our oceans and inland waterways, and is big on corporate accountability. As well, her motivations seem to be good, as she has no large climate change or environmental donors to her campaign to sway her opinions, and it seems as though she is simply trying to make policies that she believes in. Another senator going for re-election is Rick Scott from Florida, running for the Republican Party, and in his campaign, he released an 11-point plan in which he briefly discusses climate change, and the point states, "The weather is always changing. We take climate change seriously, but not hysterically." This makes it clear that he will not place a large emphasis on creating any policies that are beneficial to the environment and stopping climate change. These policies and beliefs are motivated by the fact that Rick Scott is heavily invested in fossil fuel companies, and he has invested tens of millions of dollars in gas and utilities that spew climate pollution into the environment, enhancing climate change. Thank you so much for looking into these 5 political candidates with me today.